We've got 28-1 on camera now, and I was very anxious to see this one out here on the pellet pack. I've honestly never seen him out here. I've always admired this one in the pen out back, and I was anxious to see him and see what he looks like on the move. I think this is a really unique, very unique pig, and I say that for two reasons. Number one, the way he's bred. He's an absolute Cricket's Dirty Good, and of course that Dirty Good sow is the old Dirty Good sow that's been so influential around here. Her very last litter, she was bred to Crickets, and we kept a pair of those. And the stout one of that pair is the mom of the 28s. And secondly, I say that because we sold two brothers, blue brothers, to this one at the fall showcase that were two of my most favorite pigs we've ever sold. And that's a bold statement, but I believe it. And this is the belted brother. Again, we weren't quite sure that this was a live sale pig. But I do think this one's got a lot of upside, and I really like him. I'm not sure where he fits. I'm not sure where this one needs to be targeted. I'll maybe let Boots talk about that. But beyond that, I think this is a very good pig.
Yeah, of the pigs that have come through so far, you can make the case that this one's got as many far-reaching pieces as any of them. And you start at the brim of his nose. I mean, that is a stout skull, but yet his poll and his throat latch is incredibly good there for a stout one. From there back, his length of body and his proportionality is absolutely on point. His arm's big, his rear foot's big. I love his tail size and the way it sits on top of his hip. And to me right now, I tell you, if you pull about 2.5 pounds of just belly out of this thing, you're going to have a way, way different pig.
And on timeout, are you saying we're feeding him too much?
He looked like he had an aggressive night at the feeder.
Do you have a problem with self-feeders?
Yes, but we don't have enough time to get into that.
Okay.
Outside of that, by the time this thing's belly comes up, I mean, that thing's proportionality and his balance and just flexibility is so good. And honestly, I think with that, with his added flesh, I mean, it kind of gives you the flexibility to decide where you want to go with him. Because I could easily see this thing taking off and growing when he gets just a shot leaner and being able to push him into a February deal, or if he kind of stays this soggy and this moderate, obviously one that gives you a lot of flexibility and versatility when it comes to feeding for a later show. But regardless, one that's got a wild hip and rear leg, a wild look, and is out of an incredible litter. I think a really neat one here in 28-1.
Can we go back there real quick? Is it a bad thing if pigs like to eat? I just want to clarify here publicly on Walton. Is it a bad thing if pigs like to eat?
No, it is not a bad thing. It is a bad thing when the owner decides to give them too much pig food.
In other words, fill their feeder. Like put feed in their feeder so they can eat feed.
About every other day, yeah.
Every other day. 28-1, I think we both like this one. Hope you do too.